I don't like to do podcasts at all. Like
You
with,
don't? You don't do them?
well,
I didn't know that.
I just think it's so,
Tell me.
I don't need the headache of like getting comfortable. What if I say something? Then I have to walk
I
away,
know. I know.
you
I'll be
know.
honest with you. Because I'm on a big podcast company, they kind of push you to do them because it's good, like for you to be like cross promoting, yada, 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 whatever it is. But I'll be honest with you. Every time I do one, I say something or, someone asks me something that I wish I didn't answer.
Yeah,
And I'm like, what did that do for me? Like, why did I do
exactly.
this? And it's
Exactly.
always just like, why did I even waste my time? I took an hour out of my day. I'm mad
Totally.
at it anyway. Like, and
Yep.
and that's, I started to get like that with press, even with Bravo, because and they know me, like they don't reach Bravo does not ask me to do press unless it's like something legit, because I'm like, don't call me with all these little mags and this and that. I don't want to talk to anyone because they twist what I say. The headline is always something that's like I have zero desire to even discuss, but like it's always the dumbest headline I've ever seen. And I'm always like, I wasted my time for 20 minutes talking to that reporter for me to hate the article.
Yeah,
It's like, why do you do my makeup for you?
exactly.
It's like,
Your stomach tells you, because whenever I'm done, my stomach is in knots. I'm like, what the fuck was that for? What did I get out
right,
of this shit? Like, I didn't need this headaches. And so, and
right. You didn't feel like that with mine, did you? Did you
no,
feel like that with mine? Okay,
not at
good,
all. And that's
good.
why, yeah, and I hope that you feel the same way just from our report.
Yes, of course. I know. We're having
But
girl talk. I like.
the reason why I know that if you take anything that you say or anything that I say and you put it in a print, there's no emotion behind it. Everything sounds evil. Like it just
It
sounds
does.
shady.
It's like the text messages that just come off wrong type of thing.
Yeah,
It's like it's whatever. And the way people pull headlines or the clips or whatever it is, I'm like, trust me, I do the least amount possible also.
yeah. It's funny because when I saw what I follow Andy, obviously, Father Andrew Cohen, and when I saw his IG, he was like, I just went off on Melissa in a way that I've never gone off on anybody, any housewife in my life in the history of time.
Wait, when did he say this?
Right after
The
you guys did
reunion?
the reunion. Yeah, he said it on the air or on his Instagram. Because I'm a big Radio Andy person.
No, I know I saw that, but I don't think he said he went off on me. I don't
No,
think that.
I thought,
No, it wasn't me. It was
oh,
not me.
so he said I went off on somebody else like I've never gone off
Well,
in my whole
he
life.
he had to apologize to Teresa because he screamed at her like he's never screamed at her before. It wasn't me, it was Teresa.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And then he proceeded to say that talking to us, he felt like basically like he felt like he was arguing with toddlers all day. And
Okay.
and I have to agree with him. And that also wasn't like I just can't. Reunion is crazy, MJ. It's a different reunion, even for Jersey, that we've never had before. It's crazy.
And
It's weird.
so I'm
There,
caught up. I'm caught up. I saw the last episode that aired, and then is your reunion is coming right after this next week?
no, so there's two more episodes and then the reunion. Well,
Okay.
no, there's two more episodes. So there's one more, then there's the finale, then Teresa's wedding episode, and then the reunion.
Okay. So did Teresa, her wedding is in this season?
It's in our season. Yeah, they just kind of tack it on like the week after our finale.
Okay.
It's yeah, it's the
Um,
week after our finale, and then our reunion comes.
do you feel like now that all of that is done, that you're able to say like, okay, I'm done filming, or do you feel like you're still in that headspace that you're like in it still?
I feel like it's because we're still airing, I haven't been able to like chill and clear the slate yet. Once the reunion episodes are done airing, they give us that little break, you know, and then I'll feel like okay, I get to chill. But right now, I mean, even today, I was on the phone with Bravo PR because, you know, other people's camps try to put out bullshit all day long. And it's like, Bravo has to intervene and tell it, this is not true, guys. Why are you saying this? I mean, this literally just happened right before I spoke to you today. That's why I had to be 10 minutes late. Like, because Bravo has to like kill false stories that like people will even say about me most of the time. And they're just like, where are you getting this from? You know?
Yeah, because when I see things being on both sides of it, I feel like I can sniff that out, like I'll read
It's
something.
you
Yeah,
know exactly where it comes from soon as it
yeah.
gets put out. Always
There was
on all shows, not just on, like on everybody's show. The second you read it, you're like, well, so and so definitely put that article out, you know?
especially because there was the one that said like your store closed, the one that you just switch locations. And I
Oh God.
was like,
The
oh, wait,
rumors
what?
about
Yeah.
right. The rumors about me lately, MJ, are next freaking level. Like if I told you some of the shit, no, it's actually getting a little weird at this point. Like my daughter just got the car on the show. They're like, it's repossessed. She
Oh,
doesn't have it. What? Like, where does even like broke or repossess? Where does that even like come from when we're actually the oldest we've ever been, the most success, like everything's opposite, right? Of whatever they say. Like, where does that come from? Someone said my child is not Joe's. I,
oh my
I
God.
swear, I don't even like get mad at that because it's so fucking stupid, right? I'm reading like if I even told you like the half of it, my store's closed down, this, that, my store's like thriving better than ever. It just never ends, you know? It's like crazy.
But you could tell because when things, it feels like somebody is going deep in a closet of shit that's not relevant to the present time. And it looks like some bone collector that's digging, and it always comes up as BS because, like if somebody wants to believe something bad about me, they already don't like me and they're just looking for more reasons, right?
I've learned that because I used to want to like argue with these people and be like, what are you saying? And then I'm like, no, 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 no. They want to hate me. So they're trying to find reasons to hate me. So if someone hates you, let them hate you, right? Like let them go. Like go ahead, go on with your bad self. Like don't even try to like change their mind because it's like let them be who they are and it's not worth it. That's what I've learned.
I always love when I see like the Bravo people who go to an island while the end of the season is airing, and I'm like in town dealing with all the shit. Somebody else doesn't even have Wi-Fi. They just had somebody post their picture. They're on a beach, like the Corona bottle ad where it's like just their toes in front of the water. I'm like, that's what I should be motherfucking doing. Like, why
I
am I
know.
here? Why am I here? Why?
Why am I here right now? Like,
Well, the truth is, like, the reason why we're home is because when you do have so much of your focus on the show, I mean, I always felt like this, like I'm falling behind on the non-show stuff, because
right.
when you're like running after your production schedule, there's a whole other life that you have to maintain that doesn't, get seen and intended to, like a pile of mail or something that doesn't get.
Right. It's like, and you know, it's funny that you say that too about the bone collector because like that's what I noticed. Like any haters of mine, or if they're like tree fans, whatever it might be, they go into the box, they go into Pandora's box and they just start digging. And they're like, look, 17 years ago,
Yeah.
Melissa said, and I'm like, Jesus, it's almost like it's like insanity. And I'm like, does anyone have anything relevant within the last 12 months, possibly 24 months? How about 36 months? Anyone?
No,
Anything? Like,
no, it's got to be old shit that nobody would ever know or verify. Or I mean, that shows you the level of desperation when somebody has
it's
to go that far back and that deep, and then there's no one to fact check because like who is gonna, like, the people who've known us the longest are not gonna step up and be like, that's not true, because they're not on the show, they're not on the payroll. It sucks. It sucks. I mean, that Reza and I went through it a lot, and thank God we're both in such a better place because you just don't want, like, cause like when we were okay, when I first started doing TV, reality TV, it was a lot more like the newlyweds, like Nick and Jessica, and like, you know, like the
My favorite.
Osbournes,
That was
you know,
my favorite.
yeah, like remember like the Osbournes, we were just funny and you were just sitting there and
Yes.
something
Well,
funny
how did
would
this
happen.
drama all start? The funny reality TV was the best,
Yeah,
right? Like,
yes. And
how
we
did we get so drama? I don't know.
that's and then it's yeah, that's the thing. It started to change into all the funny stuff gets cut and the serious, really, really, really serious stuff, like Jen Shaw gets arrested.
Yeah.
It's like it's not a season without a grand jury and federal indictment. Like it's everything gets so much more intense. And then we also get caught up in it because your life kind of turns into the edit that made the air instead of what you really lived. And I really honestly, it's trauma bond, like is it when your mind forgets because you're traumatized. So I myself forget what really happened and I start to believe it the way the show aired it, you know?
Right. You start to wonder. And that's the thing too. Like I used to get mad. I'm like, we had such a long scene and it was so fun. And like that's what you picked to put in. That's the 4 minutes of that you chose. Like it's just baffling to me. But I guess they know what they're doing, right?
Well, that's why we have to be extremely connected with like the people that are our real ride or die. They're really with us. Like Tommy always would ground me if even though he also got really emotionally like destroyed by it. Um,
Right.
but like when you have the people like Brandon Liberati, like I know my guy that does my hair when I'm in
Yes. Yes.
anyway, my friends that are also like in my life that remember everything, they have like the memory of an elephant, and they'll be like, that's not what happened. This is not what happened, babe. Like, so then I'm like, oh yeah, thank you. Thank God. Thank God. Like, I'm so grateful for those people, you
I
know?
love that you say that. My hairdressers too, and my makeup artists too, that like
Yeah.
hear and see everything. They remind me because I
Yeah.
forget. I
Yes.
forget.
You get sucked in. You get
Yes.
sucked in.
You
Cause
get sucked in and like you start to believe a different reality than what it actually even was. Because that happens to me a lot too. And it's weird. It's like the glam people who are always around you or your friend, they remind you. I've had my girlfriend give me some tips. So she was like, no, Melissa, remember you didn't do that, Melissa. Like you did this. And I was like, oh my God, I did. I forgot, you know?
it's crazy. They're like helping you there. It's your sanity, helping you remember like, okay, this is who I am. And now we are making TV, but it didn't used to be that way. What we were making used to be a little bit more fun and fact-based. And now it's becoming for like soap opera, but like just the most dramatic, you
For
know?
sure. For sure. For sure. It's a different world. It's a different cell. Like, I don't know. I love the quirky, funny. I could watch that all day long, but that's just me. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you were saying how crazy it was with VPR being so crazy with the ratings, but it's
I
because, yeah, it's because of the high
it's
level of,
well, listen, a cheating scandal. Everyone loves a cheating scandal, right? It's like people love it.
and they caught so much of it on um lying in like on camera and
It was crazy how they got it on camera. It's because we knew both personalities. It wasn't like she cheated with some mystery guy or he cheated with some mystery girl. It was a girl that we all knew. So it makes it so intense and so much bigger, you know?
yeah, it was, you're gonna watch this when you catch it, whenever you decide to see it, which the
I
best.
heard it was crazy.
Yeah, because Lala was standing in front with Sandoval and Lala, Sandoval, and Ariana. Okay. Lala's like, why'd you tell her that you couldn't get a ride? You were standing right next to the ride. I was standing right there. You chose not to get in the car. And then Ariana's like, you told me you didn't see him leave because you were taking a and he was like, caught, just caught, just caught red-handed. And he just kind of went and shrugged his shoulders. So everyone, I mean, this is,
Like he's caught.
yeah. And that's not even the finale. I mean, anyway.
I
enough.
know. People have such strong opinions on all of this, and I can't believe how, like, listen, I've seen cheating scandals before, right? Like, there's definitely been this one is like next level, the way that we're also involved and every move. Like, I've never in a million years, and Vanderpump is something that hasn't been on the air, right, for so long. So I was just in shock how like everybody was in. Everybody was like all in, and they just came back. Isn't this like their first season back or something?
They had a long break. I don't know how long their break was, to be honest. Like
It
I'm in
was
a bit
long.
of a
It was long.
baby push.
Everybody went and got pregnant and had babies.
Yeah, and they're still having babies.